check it out. That should be good. You go ahead and open it up. Check it on that. Make sure everything all right.
You want it on?
Yeah. You got it.
Okay. All right. Brother Matsar from the Chicago camp out here visiting with the brothers in Louisiana. First off, we're going to say all praises to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so we're going to talk about Jake, all right, and how Jake is contentious. And he's on these platforms, not knowing the scriptures, erring, and want to argue, all right, and, with the men of the Lord, as we're doing, we're not teaching love, okay? But the reality is, okay, Jake don't know the Lord, all right? I'm going to start out with Jeremiah 4:22, and it reads, For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, okay? And the reality is, the Lord turned the light out on their understanding, all right? So their heart is darkened. That's why they're not going to get it, all right, based off of Isaiah 29 and also Isaiah 6, all right, and David's curse. Go ahead, buddy.
So to back up exactly what you just said, that is hidden to him. This is 2 Corinthians 4. I'm going to start at 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Come. Okay. They're not meant to get it. All right. So John 6:44 says, no man come unto Yahushua unless the Father draw. Okay. Yes,
Yeah, just one more verse for you. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Yeah. And that's why Yahushua always said in his ministry, he that have eyes, let him see, and he that have an ear, let him hear. All right. But it wasn't given to him. Okay. So that's why they are in darkness. Okay. Somebody got the Isaiah 29:13?
Got it for you. This is Isaiah 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men.
Woo! And that's exactly what they're doing in the churches. Okay? I've never been so disgusted. Black folks play with the Lord like it's a joke. Everything is a joke. Everything is funny. Who got that? Romans 10.
I got it. It's the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Not according to knowledge. All right. You'll have a brother argue down about what the mark is, or what the sea gift is. All right, and tell you what it ain't. But he don't know nothing about the captivities that Israel been in. He don't know nothing about the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe the Apocrypha is real at all. Okay? And want to argue with you. All right? What else, brothers, got? Anybody got something?
Romans 11, verse 7. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
The election have obtained it, and the rest was blinded. How about that Romans 8?
I got something for you too.
Where do you want to start, Nate?
The predestinate,
Okay.
whom he did foreknow.
This is Romans chapter 8, and this whole thing good. We can start at 17. It says, and of children and heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the Mashiach. It's like it.
29.
Okay, 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Select it.
I got one for you too.
And I got one too.
While you look it up.
Let me just read 30 real quick. It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called,
That's what I'm talking about.
and whom he called, them he also justified.
Mm-hmm.
And whom he justified, them he also glorified,
Mm-hmm.
which is the elect.
Okay. So this right here, all right, is planned since before the foundation of the earth. All right, because the Lord already was working with the brothers. All right, and we call that the Alahai. All right.
I got one to back up that statement you just made too.
I got a quick one too.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 14. I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you, young men, because ye are strong, and the word of the Most High abideth in you, and ye have overcome the wicked one. But as it says, I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. They just back you up. Everything's been predestinated for those to know the truth and have it in them, and those that don't know the truth and that have been chosen to be the scoffers, and those that have been blinded by the God of this world for these times. And as you're going into this, the Elohim, the ones that were chosen from the beginning.
The birds resort to their light.
Kind
Right, and practice. What did it say? Practice.
Who's going to return to those that
True
practice
shall
it?
return.
True shall return. Yeah. Yeah. You had one, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4. It says, Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
You see that, and that right there, that just make you take a deep breath and be so thankful that the Lord opened up our eyes and woke us up into this truth. The brotherhood is a blessing. All right. In my travels, if I go to a city, I try to find the brothers there. When I first came, I was just trying to go on vacation. But the others say, hey, when you go somewhere, you try to find out the brothers and try to fellowship with them. So if you go to a so-called Christian, right, and you ask them what the gospel is, they're gonna say, well, Jesus Christ died for my sins, right? Jesus Christ ain't did nothing, right? That's an idol, okay? But the reality is, the gospel is Luke 1:68, all right? It says, blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Okay, Esau taught you that he wasn't your enemy. Esau taught you that he was your neighbor, and you're supposed to love your neighbors, right? To perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham. All right, when you go into Romans, the 4th chapter, Paul says, can somebody give me Romans 4? Romans 4:1.
Got it.
I think it's 4:1.
It's Romans chapter 4 verse 1. It says, what shall we say then, that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, had found?
Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh. All right, so Paul, when he wrote to the Romans, he said Abraham our father as pertaining to the flesh. So the Romans that he wrote to were Israelites. Okay? It says the oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. All right? That's the gospel. All right, the gospel is we waiting for Yahweh to return, all right, and deliver us from our enemies. All right, another part of the gospel is rulership and subjugation. All right, Isaiah 60, right? But the Christian church will never tell you that because they don't go into those scriptures. They don't know nothing about rulership and subjugation. Somebody gonna be ruling and somebody gonna be subjugated. Revelations 5 and 11. Can somebody grab that? Man, I'm amped up. Y'all calm me down, bro.
5 and 11.
I think it's 5 and 11.
It's Revelation chapter 5, verse 11. It says, "And I beheld and heard a voice of many angels around about the throne, and the beasts, and the elders, and the numbers of them were 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands." That's it.
No, Salaki.
You went 2 and 26?
Let me see. Revelations 5. About
11 and 5.
5 and let me see. Okay, 9. Salaki. 9, Elder.
9. Let me jump up to 9. It says, "And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou was slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by the blood, thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation." It's like
10.
you keep going.
Uh-huh.
"And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on earth."
We shall reign on the earth. That ain't in the Christian gospel at all.
Nah.
It's what they call that equality in the Christian. Everybody just be in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just be in heaven. All right. But no, we shall reign on the earth. Anybody got a precept like that?
The Christians, like you said, just to add to you, the Christians are actually blinded by light because they actually hold the heavenly scriptures, the Bible, and they look at it and they're blinded. They actually saying that, and that's another thing. Light does blind your eyes. So when that's why most Christians don't look at it either. They just hold the light, right? They don't actually, they don't see it. It don't dwell within them because they can't, like, when you look at the sun, right, you're gonna get a what? You gotta put your hands up, man. And you can liken that into the today's Christians, man. All right, they can't see this light. Even if they look in the Bible, they gotta close it because what? They can't understand it, and they always letting those who are in darkness, which are the prophets of doom, teach it to them, man. Who have no light. But this, Sirach 3, hold on. Sirach 3 and 25 it says, "Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore thou hast not." See, these Christians and modern day people, they want light. All right? And they try to profess it to you. Oh, Jesus Christ died for my sins. They are trying to give it to you. Or believing in their mind that they're enlightened. Yeah, they're enlightened your spirit, but you're in darkness. So if the Lord don't light your candle up, right? Because the Lord gotta light your candle in your spirit. If you don't light your candle, man, you in gross darkness, man. You gotta go.
Come. Does somebody else have something?
Come.
Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 25 and verse starting 14. It says, "The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will shew them his covenant." And ultimately, these people don't have the fear of the Lord in them. That's why they can't. That's why they're blinded by the light. All right. This word, all right, this light that we talking about, it shines away darkness. All right.
Somebody get faithful in the womb.
God.
Faithful up in that.
Like you always say, Kaya, all right, you can't have light shining in darkness because what? The light is gonna put out the
It's gonna
darkness.
put the darkness on.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, so they ultimately they can't behold this light. You know, that's why the brother say when the light do shine on them, they put their hand up. You know, figuratively, of course. But yeah, the light. I'll read it one more time. It said, "The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will shew them his covenant." And you got it, brother.
You know, just like what you said in 1 Corinthians 2 and 11, it says, For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teach, but which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual things. And those spiritual things is the scriptures, those are precepts, comparing scripture with scripture. Go ahead, brother.
This Psalms 18 and 28. It says, for thou will light my candle. The Lord, which is in all caps, which is Yahweh, my power, will enlighten my darkness. What?
Anybody else have anything?
All right, that's the rock you wanted.
Okay, yes, sir.
This Sirach chapter 1, verse 14. To fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
See that?
All right.
All right. So the Bible says in Psalms, I want to say, was it 50 and 17? Let me see. It's Psalms 50 and 17 where it says, the Lord is not in his thoughts. Let me go with that. Let me see that. 50. Let me see. He is not in his thoughts. What is that? Talking about Esau?
Oh, you talking about
What is that? Not in his thoughts.
It's 51 and 20. I think it's 51 and 20. Let me see.
I don't have a 20.
Isaiah?
It's
No,
Psalms 10
Psalms.
and 4.
Psalms? Oh, Psalms.
When
I'm thinking about another one.
let me see. Not in his thoughts.
It's 10 and 4.
10 and 4.
Psalms?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, Psalms.
there.
Can you get it, brother?
Kind of, I got you. This is Psalms 10, verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
See that? All right. So the brother just read. All right, that this truth. All right, is with the faithful in the womb. All right, and Psalms 147. We all know that one, right? He showed this word to Jacob. Right. That's the. Let me get it so I don't mess it up.
Backing up in Jeremiah chapter 1, I ordained me to be a prophet. I knew thee in the womb. Again, what you were talking about earlier, the Elohim, who were predestinated from the beginning to be in their lives, to have this truth and prophesy this word, and also the rest of the elect who are predestinated to be saved as well and understand the scriptures.
This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. All right, praise ye Yahweh. Okay, man, let's I mean, so much can be said about that. I mean, we could go on for forever on that. Let me get back to that.
That's the exact opposite of Christianity. They teach that the Lord's word is for everybody. Everybody can make it. Everybody can be saved. You ask them what does salvation mean? They don't know.
And back of what Kaya was saying, and they're literally blinded by the light. What? The light of Satan.
That's right.
That's the God of this world. And I got a precept real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And with Christianity, what? Love everybody, eat abominable foods, you don't have to follow the law. That's if you anything that's against the law is what Satanism, do as thou wilt. And they see that as light because it plays upon their hearts or their minds. And as it says in Jeremiah 17, verse 9, the heart is deceitful above all things, is wicked above all things. Who can know it? If you're just running off of base instincts and don't see what the true light is, you bugged out like a Christian out here, bugged out like the majority of this world that's quickly coming to its end, and these wicked people in it to their destruction.
And they're so blinded to the point where you can read Romans 9 till you blue in the face, all right, and it go right over their head. And then Paul tells you in Acts 26 chapter when he's standing in front of Agrippa, it says, this is Acts 26 and 6. And now I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of the Most High unto our fathers, unto which promise are 12 tribes instantly serving the Most High day and night, hope to come. For which hope's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. I mean, so there's so many overwhelming scriptures, all right, but Jake ain't, hey, he's blinded, okay? He's blinded. So do you got anything?
No, I was trying to get this one out there about, but I don't know if it kind of go with what you have.
I had a quick
They didn't brought a negative light to Christianity, man. Like the word Christian, they didn't demonize it, man.
That's right.
It's not even that. When you think of a Christian, you cringe. Like you think of like, man, these are the 9 followers, the demons. These are the 9 followers of the Most High, man.
That's right.
When in ancient time, when the people saw those following Yahweh, let's look at those Christians, right?
Right.
Which symbolized those that actually follow the Lord, which our Lord, his name was never Christ. Because he asked, whom do they call me out there? Right? Or who do they say my name is, man? You got it.
Like when you see these Christians today, like the brother went into earlier, they make a mockery
Yep.
of the church, the pastors. He made mockery of the church. He
The
watered
cross.
down things. You know, you Jakes, you make all these so-called gospel songs, and it's just vanity, man.
Everybody knows. Oh,
Yeah, everybody pretty much is making mockery and money off really the Lord, man.
Merchandise.
Yeah, they're making merchandise of everything. All right, it's big business. You know, and a lot of you still on that Kundalini spirit too, man. That serpent spirit. All right, dancing and jigging, rolling down the goddamn aisle.
Yeah.
You know,
Demonic.
yeah,
It's spirits.
there's demonic spirits going on, man.
Stagger, but not with wine.
Yeah, like this brother said, when you hear you people out and about and you say you're a Christian, you already know what time it is. It's a bug out, man.
Brothers go to church just to get the Christian girls.
Yeah, the bulk of them freaks, man.
Freaks.
Right. Everybody know that. Everybody know that by now. To get you a good, wholesome freak, you go to church, man.
Front row freaks.
Yeah, front row.
All of them want front row freaks.
Yeah. You pass the door to everybody.
The grandmas too with the big hats.
Yeah.
and the brother Kayal in our chat posted a perfect example of a Christian woman. I'm guessing this is from one of those dating apps. 35 years old, looking for my forever person, someone laid back, honest, authentic, high morals and values, beautiful soul, kind, gentle, loving, and great with kids. I have 2 boys and pregnant with another.
Come on, man. Come on. That's a demon. That's child support. That's jail time.
And she got the baby, the belly,
Yeah.
pregnant in the picture.
Yeah, that's the end of. That's the end of from the church, man. All right, typical.
That's the results of Jesus.
Christianity has failed us, man. Our people have watched after certain particular religions and ideologies that have basically what? Torn a whole nation of people down, man. He gave you Christianity. When you look into the forefathers in which Christianity was created, I did a video on that with the John Smith guy. Is it John Smith? Look him up. We're gonna look at the forefathers of Christianity. Go ahead. Go ahead, you got it.
This is Lamentations 4:17.
Beautiful.
It says, "As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help."
Right. Vain means empty. Okay, so our people have watched after something that was empty, first and foremost. All right, help from empty. Egypt, they have went down to Egypt for help. All right, they have went to their enemies and looked for help. Go ahead.
And it says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
We watched for a nation that couldn't save us. All right, because believing in Jesus Christ, the Lord going to kill you, is not optional with the Lord. That's not his name. That's Jesus Christ was created. Is a idol. Jesus Christ is an idol, man. Okay, go ahead.
And I can make a quick point. The church people know that. Like if you go into actual history, you know the letter J wasn't created until the 1500s. So even, I ask my people questions like that. So what was the Lord's name before the 1500s if the letter J just was invented in the 1500s? And you hear question marks. It's crickets, man.
Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I call him, my Jesus.
Yeah.
And now you know what they say now. The pastor, they had last year they had a preachers convention. They said you got to watch those people that are always bringing out a lot of scriptures. But I'm like, y'all don't bring got no scripture.
That's the crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, you know what? There's so much truth coming out. You know, if a man's supposed to gain his godliness, you're supposed to withdraw yourself from it. Right? For godliness with contentment is great gain. All right. So right now, you know, you in Christianity, you got the prosperity gospel is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Job, car, spouse, house. Okay? That's the big four. Job, car, spouse, house. If you don't have one of those big four, you know what I'm saying? You come to church every Sunday trying to get it, you know? So it's you know, so these pastors, they looking stupid now because there's so much scriptures coming out from the men of the Lord. This is Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, and it reads, this is 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares, and they set a trap, they catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they have become great and waxen rich. Okay, they are waxen fat, they shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things, say Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? You see, Jake sat there and let Esau teach him about that 501c3. Any of you brothers look at that 501c3 and what you can't say?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's like 60 names, right? That you can't say. You know, when you call yourself preaching the truth. All right, abortion is one. Can't talk about that. I mean, he got a gag order on you. And here's the thing. All right, when Esau gets tired of you, he gonna go back. All right, so because even though Jake is lost, he still will preach about certain things that is scriptural, right? About you know whether it's abortion or same sex, whatever. All right, but Esau would make that payment due. All that money that you've been getting tax free, he can say, you know what, you didn't stay with this covenant, you know, this agreement. I need all that money right now. And if you ain't got that money, you know where you're going.
Jail time.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Covenant with the heathen.
Anything over 10,000 US government, you liable to go to jail behind it. You know, with the IRS and everything. Which all that's in the twine with each other, man.
And you could cross all your T's, dot all your I's. You could just make something up. Oh, back in 2013, you forgot to write this down. You gotta lock you up. How'd you make a deal with somebody like that?
This is lying on you. I mean, they don't got a covenant with that.
The scripture tell you never to turn back him. Never. So
Yeah. So you got these Jays coming on the platform, coming on YouTube, and they're insinuating, you know, that we're preaching hate. We're not preaching hate at all. You know what I'm saying? We preaching love. we preaching love.
Don't wait. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's Christianity in a nutshell. They say everything in the Bible, all the commandments, the laws, and the statutes, those are evil. That's the Old Testament. That's evil. And then everything that's wicked, they say is good. It's good. It's good to have a sodomite play an organ. It's good to have women pastors. All of that's evil. They putting dark for light and light for darkness.
Hey, they got a street down here called St. Charles with a church on it that I pass from time to time that says, hey, we have an alphabet pastor here, proudly on the front with the rainbow and everything.
you got that.
Darkness, man.
And it's a woman at that.
You had that other bug out that was on, I think I probably put it in the WhatsApp, saying that the Most High is trans, the Most High is LG.
way there.
Like, come on, bro.
That's demonic.
Man, the Lord about to slay waste and put a nuclear fire on you, man.
I got a manager that I'm training right now, and she's been married, to her wife for 23 years. She talked about how her steps is ordered by the Lord.
Oh, what?
Her steps is ordered by the Lord. Well, they are. Right? They are. And what else she say? Oh, she always saying something about her pastor. Her pastor say this and her pastor say that. Okay. I just listen. I ain't got no correction for you know what I'm saying? But let me get this real quick. And this is in Romans. Then if any brothers have something about some apples, it says. This is Romans 1:18. For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High hath showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore, the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to do what? To dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat or which was good. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them up, or gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness and fornication and wickedness and covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, and disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable. They won't, you can't agree. They'll never agree to anything. Unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, and they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
I got the scripture back that point up too. You know, be ready. This is James chapter 1, verse 13. It says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Lord, or Yahweh. For Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So with these people, that's into that, the Bible says it started off as idolatry, and their foolish heart was darkened, so they can what? Dishonor themselves. All right. So when we start, even when we just those of us, who know the truth and understand that we've been here, this ain't our first time. When we look at those spirits and those people that's struggling with those demons, we know where it came from. Those was the big idolaters.
I know, the back here.
Yes, sir.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14. I'll start at 23. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. Some of the biggest adulterers are in the Christian church.
That's a good switch.
But either one slew another traitorously. Some of the biggest murderers out there follow Jesus. A gangster and Bloods and Crips follow Jesus.
Cartel.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
They heavy on that.
Or grieved him by adultery, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft. Hey, then where's your tithe, sister? While your lights are out, while they got a private jet in a 3-story house, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, alphabet people, alphabet pastors, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. To back up that point you made, how it all started with idolatry. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
Well, I got put precept up in the Romans, you know, first chapter. That was perfect. That was perfect. That was right there. That's it right there. They had a nerve to scoff you. You know, they gonna bust. Man, but you know, back in the day, they used to say they gonna bust hell wide open. But man, you know, of course, we ain't believing in that doctrine. But yeah, they got all kind of ICBM waiting for them. You know. And then had a nerve to be scoffing, you know.
I had to go to.
You got anything, brother?
2 years ago.
I got
some.
this is second Ezra chapter 9 verse 9. It says, "Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain." You know, and like you said, they got an ICBM waiting on them, man, because they took this time of liberty, or had the opportunity to actually repent, you know, and return to their power, but they despised it. You know, they fanned the hand at the Most High, at His prophets, at His men, teaching His word. You know, and like you said, brothers, ICBM waiting. You know, if they make it that far.
And those missiles are going to destroy a so-called Christian nation, the so-called biggest Christian nation on the face of the earth. So what does that say about this Christianity that these people follow in America? Mainly our people follow in America.
Hey, Christians don't want knowledge, they want possessions, man. Let's just be clear about things. Y'all want possessions, man. All right, y'all want prosperity. Y'all want things that forward the world. Houses, like you say, houses, cars. They want what the pastor got in Christianity, man. Let's stop playing games.
Gift from God.
They want gifts, right? Which did what? Destroy the heart, right?
That's what that show Pastors of LA stood on for 2 seasons, man. You niggas was looking at the Ferraris and the big houses and all the jewelry that niggas had, man. The prosperity doctrine.
Giftly, they want a giftly miracle. They want a consolation, man. And that's why the Lord give them what they desire. And most Christians don't even get what they desire. They've been in church 40 years and they never even accomplished the house or the car or the success, the career, the job. All right, you have some of them that's just scumbags, and most Christians are scumbags, man. Let's call a spade a spade.
Some of the worst people you ever meet on the face of the earth are Christians.
Exactly. And their agenda stink, man. Got a stink ass agenda, man. And that's what the Lord did. They perverted to the Lord. They pervert judgment. They pervert justice. They let pedophilia go on in the church, right? Don't speak out on it. They eat catfish. And these are devils, man. They top level devils, man. And that's why they sit in the front of the church, praising God and whooping and hollering, man. Go ahead, brother.
I'm holding something back.
You got it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 65:2. It says, "I have spread out my hands all the day to a rebellious people, which walketh in the way that was not good."
Right. Which rebel means to war against our Lord. And y'all war against the scriptures. Right? Y'all war against the statutes, the judgments, because y'all want to eat. Y'all want to go against the dietary law. Oh, God made everything for us to eat. If it be all good at Thanksgiving. All right? Like y'all can know what's going to. Go ahead.
It says, after their own thoughts.
After their own what?
After their own thoughts.
Many have been deceived by their own vain opinion, according to Sirach 3. All right? They have been deceived by their own vain opinion. And opinion is not faith-based. That's the problem with the world. People then substitute their opinions for facts now, man. All right? Right, facts is faith. And it's one and the same. Facts, Their term is fake. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 3, it says, a people that provoking me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice it in gardens and burn it incense upon altars of brick.
Idolatry, adultery, which they uplift in these holy houses. Like you said, these cultic temples.
That's right.
All right. It said about the groves in the houses. Y'all can always go into it. I haven't heard going in months. Nobody what it said about the groves. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You look at the structure of how the buildings are made, especially those old churches, man. Ebenezer, how you say it?
Ebenezer Baptist Church.
Ebenezer Baptist Church. The old churches look like groves. The roofs, the ceilings are groomed to look like architecture. The architecture look like groves, man, which our people used to do. All right, heavily into idolatry, man. Especially in the South. Really all over, man. You know, these devils and still dead madness all over. So our people, they're gotten by it, man. They make anything an idol. Rappers, money, all right, cars, houses, all of it is a contribute to worshiping idols, man. All right, and our people, like the scripture say, our people love to have it so. All right, you see it on a daily basis. You see Negroes walking around with onks. That's another thing. The damn onk around their neck. They worship
crosses, Mary,
Jesus peace, yeah.
Diamond studded.
Yeah. Cesar Borgia, you name it, man. All right? But it is what it is with our people. You got more?
You got more. Yeah, you got more.
Verse 4 says, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels.
And the Christian love pork. That's why the Lord say he gonna kill you eating pork in Isaiah, man, when he come back. If he catch you eating pork, man. All right, the Lord not gonna have mercy on that. That's abomination to him.
And when they had family members, so you telling me the Lord gonna kill me over a little piece of
yes.
meat? Yes.
And gumbo.
Yes, he will.
That's abominable broth.
About the gross.
Yeah, especially you niggas down here, man. You niggas down here, you some Bobby Boucher ass niggas, man. You niggas find shit, walk across the road, get ran over. I know niggas that keep a shovel in the deck.
Same here.
Okay, niggas keep a shovel on deck, man. Just in case they see a raccoon, possum, alligator, they throwing it in the back, man. What you gonna do with that? Shit, that's some good eating. Eat that. Ain't been out here that long, ain't that hot either.
And with that BP spill, Jake was getting all the dead shrimp and fish, scooping them up and coming over.
Like I know this, one brother, his uncle ate them damn shrimp from the BP all spilled and it burned a hole through his intestines, man.
God damn.
All right, almost took him out of here.
Shrimp got good cooler in it, man.
They had a BP all spilled in the Gulf.
Yeah.
And it was like people were saying stay away from all the the fishes and shrimp. He still ate some of that shit. And the shit burned a hole through his intestines. You know?
Jay gonna eat out the chemicals that waste from Ohio coming. Jay gonna go eat out that one. Jay gonna go fish out.
Yeah.
Jay still gonna, man, I gotta eat, man. The Lord gonna bless me. You gonna look out for me.
And you gonna tripping when you get a fish that got 5 heads and 10 horns thrown on the goddamn.
That walks up to you when you're fishing for it, walk out the water.
Yeah. You don't want that shit, man. You know? Nobody wants, like I said,
Pick me.
Yeah, this shit done, man.
Pick me fish.
Yeah, he's gonna jump in the boat and drive the boat for you niggas, man. All right? Yeah, we got more, right?
I'm gonna hit the point because this brother had made a point earlier about how you said something about it. What they do stink to the Lord. Yeah, this gonna back it up because the Lord.
Their agenda stink.
Their agenda stink. Check it out. Verse 5 it says, "Which say, stand by thyself, come not near me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burn all the day."
And anybody that ever had smoke in their nose, that shit gets your attention, man, real quick.
That make your eyes red.
Yeah.
Your mind jump around. Your vision blurry. If you a lot of shit in your head, you start hurting. Yeah, it affect everything in your spirit almost. And when something get in your nose and eyes, it's in your around your spirit, man. Your heart, where your heart lies at, that is gonna be problematic. But these Christians, and look at the Christians that put in their heart, in a literal spirit, right? Debt, abomination, all those things that the Lord ate. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that's crazy. I had a deja vu about this, man. This whole
What happened before?
everything. Yeah, I remember. I didn't know who this was on Side Beach. You know,
Nah,
I remember this.
I know
Man.
what
I
I
remember
mean.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's
This
crazy.
right here.
Yeah, this whole little moment when he
That's
said what he said, I looked this way, and then when I looked at the thing, but in the deja vu, I couldn't see who was on my side. It was like it was blurry, you know. It's
Yes.
crazy, man.
Yes.
It's weird. It's crazy though.
That's the back down enough to.
Go ahead.
This was already set in the heavens, you know.
Yeah, that's
It was
right,
set up
brother. It's you
Yeah,
living it up. Like we just catching up to it. What's done already. Yeah, we catching up to it every day. Go ahead.
God. And this is you know the recompense for all those things that we named. This verse 6 it says, "Behold, it is written before me. I will not keep silence, but I will recompense, even recompense into their bosom. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom."
Yeah, and that's why the curses are on us to be.
That's right.
And our people wonder why they still in the ghetto, man. We wonder why we still get sick, man. All right, we wonder why we the last hire, first fire. We wonder why we poised. We got bags with holes in it, man.
God.
Right? Because you don't want to turn from your ways, man. It tell you in Jeremiah that your own ways have procured these things unto you, man.
Right.
You did that to you. I told y'all, don't do it, or this gonna happen. Or you gonna get the latter end of Deuteronomy, man. And man, we're a nation torn apart, all right, by the latter end of Deuteronomy right now, man. The curses are still on us to this day. And Christians they're making themselves wallow in the mire, man. Okay, they rolling in the mud.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we'll end it on y'all too.
This is This is Amos, just back to what you brought up. This is Amos chapter 5. I'm gonna start at 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Yeah, and we just get down to some of those satanic holidays you people partaking, especially Jake, man. Y'all really sit there and hold hands and bow your heads and thinking that the Lord is accepting the abomination. You got ham on the table. You got chitlins, all right, shrimp, gumbo, whatever else you niggas eat it. It's just wickedness, man. And the Lord not down with it. That's what the brother quoted earlier, Isaiah 66, man. The Lord gonna kill a lot of you that eat the abomination, man. Preferably the swine. All right, the shrimps, the crabs, the oysters. Now this brother here just got done. He was tell him he was at what's the name of the place?
Acme.
He was at Acme.
Oh no!
You know,
It's lawful shit.
They got lawful shit.
Yeah, he
So I
Everywhere you go is lawful, but it's abominations.
Yeah.
So I stood outside for about 15 minutes. I got up in there. Only thing they had on the menu for me was
Steak.
a roast beef and turkey po' boy.
That's it.
But I had to sit in front of the brother shucking the oysters.
Oh yeah.
So he was, he was of the Greekish fashion. He had hair all down his back, And then when I told him what I wanted, you know what I'm saying, he kind of had that little look on his face like, yeah, you don't do for it, you don't do. Yeah, you know.
Hey, down here they got billboards for this Acme place, all with Jake on it. One with a big fat greasy Jake opening his mouth, eating a shrimp po' boy.
Yeah.
Another one with the Jake eating some crab.
Yeah. And they know what they be doing, man. All right, but the Lord not with that shit, man. All right, and you hate us because we bring it out. All right, you literally hate us because we don't even fashion ourselves to even eat it, man.
Yeah, it seemed like he had a problem that I didn't eat none of that stuff.
Yeah, that is how it is out here. How you ain't from New Orleans? You don't eat shrimp, crawfish.
You missing out on the best foods.
Yeah, listen, man. You did that, done that, man.
You ever see on YouTube where they have two fish tanks of water?
Mm-hmm.
It's all dark and dirty in one, and then the other one got the oysters and the clams in it. It's clear, you can see through it.
It's there to filter the water, man.
That's why the Most High created.
Right, that's why the water's out there black is midnight, man. All right. But go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have one more
You got
verse.
one more verse.
And this right here shows that the Most High doesn't like and is sick of those goddamn Christian songs or cat and Baptist bullshit songs that you Jakes sing.
And I believe he called it noise. There's another scripture where he called it noise, man. You know? All the rap music and shit. Back then, the people of the Isley Brothers, the Spinners, Marvin Gaye, you know, we go on and on. It was actually playing live bands and music. All right,
Instrumental,
what's those
lyrics.
Yeah, those instrumentals and those trumpets and stuff. Well, even with music they did back then, this shit today is just screeching, hollering music and mumble rap, man, drill rap.
Fentanyl rap.
Yeah, it's like I say, we don't even. I'm not into that shit, man. I don't know these brothers. That shit. Yeah, that's shit high and dark. You know, and it's to the point where it's not even. We're not even into it. We can't tell you nobody new. We don't really know nobody like that. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs,
Yep.
for I will not hear the melody of thy viols.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was done after DOS Effects. When DOS Effects came out, I was done with rap music.
Yeah, this gonna back up everything all you brothers have been saying. This First Maccabees 1 and verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. And Antiochus, of course, is an Edomite that came into power right before evils were spread on the earth. It says that all should be one people. What religion says we're all one people? Let's all come together. What does that sound like today, man? That's Christianity. It says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath, which Christians do today. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Christianity tells you to celebrate Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, the holidays of the heathen, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, the Israelites. All right, Christianity pollutes us. It says, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. All right, having Easter parties and crawfish boils in the church. Fish fries, yeah.
Macaroni and cheese with bacon bits in it.
Yeah, that's wicked as hell, man. It's all going on in the so-called church.
Yeah.
I just want to make one point before we close out. In Second Maccabees, you had the mother with the seven sons, and those boys were disassembled because they wouldn't eat unclean abominations. So you think the Lord, and this is for the Christians out there, who ain't never heard of the Apocrypha, but if you read it, you think the Lord, let them go through that so you can eat a ham sandwich.
If I can say real quick, they had a brother your age that wouldn't even eat fake swine, just so the young men wouldn't say, okay, it's an elder, he's eating swine, it's okay to do it. He'd rather die than eat fake swine, man.
That integrity that they had, them young men, 7 brothers of the Maccabees, and I think
Even their mother, she went out, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You were saying something?
I'm just gonna say, when you read stories like that, something that a modern day Jake Christian would take as the littlest thing. Oh, you don't eat pork. Just to see the integrity that those men and women went through, the deaths they died to keep faithful to the Most High, just makes you even more disgusted at you Jakes out there, and it's why we revel at the thought of y'all getting put to death very soon.
That's right.
And this is why Esau tried to hide it. His wickedness is just ridiculous, so vile. That's why he tried to hide it. You pulling people's skin apart because you making them try to eat something, that's against their power. So he want to hide himself and all the wrong he done. But it's all right.
Yeah. That was it. All right. So, Will, that was edifying. Until next time, we'll give all praises, glory, infinite honor to the elders, apostles, GMS, and peace and safety. Peace and What the hell is PC?
Salutation.
Salutation. I said safety.
Safety
Alright.
too.
Yeah, that too. All right. To the hopeful elect, and to the sincere. Until next time, shalom.
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 Blah blah blah.
Abba, Abba,
Wow.
And Kwame Yasha.
Kwame Yasha.